How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm gonna show you guys the new car I just bought. And before I show you guys, you probably already know by the title, but there's a reason I bought this car, and I think it makes a lot of sense. I gave you guys some options in yesterday's poll. A lot of people wanted me to buy a Supra 280Z. I forgot what the other options were, but the 400Z is coming, so the 280 wouldn't really make sense. It'd be a cool project car, but in the garage right now, it would make 0 sense for me. So this car makes a little bit of sense. I'll explain why and show you guys the car. This is my 2007 Lexus IS250. Now, I needed an all-wheel drive car. This is the all-wheel drive variant. This isn't the rear-wheel drive variant. We come over to the back and we can see it's the IS250 all-wheel drive. I need a car for the snow because I don't want to be, driving the Mustang in the snow and kind of just ruining the car. So I thought that I would get something like this. And this car is awesome. Now there are some things, obviously it being a 2007, it has a little bit of wear and tear on the dash. Some things I'm gonna fix. The wheels need to be pretty much redone, so we're gonna do that in the future videos. But we come over, start the car. For 2007, it has a lot of luxury items and it only has 60,000 miles on it. I had to go out of state to pick this car up, and it's one of the cheapest ones that I could find in the area, and one of the cheapest ones I could find that wasn't just completely beat up. This one still has its issues, has its things that need to be fixed up, but the main thing was I didn't want the black interior and I wanted this lighter brown interior. So it's the cheapest one that I could find that had this interior. One of the big things I was looking for in an IS250, and there are a lot of options on this car. It has only about 208 horsepower, but it's pretty light, all-wheel drive. It's fun to drive. It has a really good suspension setup, and it's got paddle shifters, which are kind of responsive. It's a little weird, but when they're working, they work pretty good. It's a 3.5 liter V6, and it's not too special, but like I said, the wheels need a little bit of love to them. They have a little bit of curb rash, and they're starting to chip and stuff. We'll probably completely sand these down and maybe black them out, because I think black would look pretty good. Change the look of the car. There's a couple nicks and things like that we're gonna have to, patch up. A couple rock chips, scrapes, scratches. It's also missing the exhaust, like the outer exhaust tip on this side. We're probably gonna put an aftermarket set of mufflers on it because these things sound pretty good. It's a 3.5 liter V6. It sounds like a 350Z would. They sound like trumpets. I'm not gonna do anything over the top, obnoxious, crazy. It's a daily driver, and that's what it's gonna be. But these cars are really fun, and I'm excited to do a little bit of repair stuff to this car and bring you guys on the journey of bringing this car back to life and doing some fun modifications and showing you guys about this car. Semi-powerful car. It's got some pretty good pickup. It's pretty quick. It handles really nicely. A lot of people like to take them drifting and stuff like that with the rear-wheel drive variants. I got the all-wheel because it's going to be driving in snow, but it's a really good daily driver. Gets decent gas mileage, all-wheel drive. I said that like 3 times. It has a really nice interior, heated, cooled seats, and for being a 2007, you can pick them up for relatively cheap prices. I was looking at 2012s, but this one came up, and I said, why not? This low mileage, and it's a Lexus at the end of the day. Let me know what you guys think about the Lexus IS250. It's a really good first car. It's got some nice curves to it. It doesn't have the new Lexus grille that comes out. It's kind of obnoxious. It's very subtle. It's kind of like a sleeper car, and we're gonna put some things on it, repair these wheels. You can see that it's really starting to like chip away on it. So we're gonna do some fun things with this car, so be excited for that. Let me know what you guys think about the Lexus IS250. It's not something crazy over the top. It's a cool car for what it is, and I'm definitely gonna have a lot of fun with it and kind of fixing it up, doing some mods to it. It should make for some pretty fun YouTube content, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, it makes sense because I needed a new daily type of deal because it's gonna snow. It's gonna come down. I drove the Mustang in the snow last year, but I don't want to do that again. I had some plans of moving, but slowly but surely those have kind of been delayed a little bit for a couple years. So we're just gonna wait on that, but in the meantime I have this car. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know what you guys want to see me do with the car, and let's go take it out for a little drive. Alright, taking a little drive. Got a little sound clips with the GoPro. We're gonna turn the air off because see, I'm gonna turn the air off so you guys can hear me a little bit better. But the car drives really nicely, very smooth. It has pretty smooth power and it's pretty fast for what it is. I mean, I thought it would be a little slower, but it's surprisingly fast. Like, you look down and you're going like 60 and you think you're doing like 35. It's very, very smooth, and coming from driving like sports cars and stuff, it's definitely a change. But it still has a very nice suspension setup. It's sporty. It's got the paddle shifters, which are pretty fun. Nice leather interior on the inside, heated, cooled seats for both the passenger and the driver. We switch it here. It goes to manual. It can downshift with the paddle. Give it a little gas. Paddle's pretty responsive. You can see you flick it down and it shifts in a relative time. I thought it'd be a little slower with the paddles. It kind of impressed me at how well they actually work, because in most cars I've driven with paddles, they're pretty unresponsive, they're pretty dead, but they did a pretty good job in this, and it doesn't feel like a 2007 other than the center console, which is going to be outdated. But other than that, it doesn't really feel like it's very old. There's a lot of different features and different things on this car that you just wouldn't expect. Stay tuned for a lot of videos, a lot of fun videos. There's a bunch of stuff in this car, and you'll see a lot of it on the channel coming up. My favorite feature so far is when you turn the car off, the steering wheel tilts up so you have room to move your knees out of the way, and then when it turns back on, and then obviously when it turns on, it comes back down. Turn it off, it goes back up. I just find that cool. Little small features like that are the reason I'm really liking this car. But that's the Lexus IS250. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, because there's gonna be a lot of videos on this car, a lot of videos on the other cars. I'm working on some possible reviews so I can get in a couple more cars, experience some more cars, but I haven't really got the opportunity to go out and do a real review in quite some time, and I just haven't been looking to do reviews, changing like the way I do it. But I'm gonna do a new series type thing of what I added to my garage, where I kind of walk around the car, talk about the features, stuff like that, like a mini review, and at the end kind of tell you guys my opinions on the car, whether I'd buy it, whether I'd consider it, and what conditions I would buy it under. That's all I have for this video though, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, one thing quick, that car is not replacing this car in any way. I'm still gonna be driving this, you know, pretty much on a daily basis. I just want to take care of this car, and I don't want to ruin it in the winter, so I'm, you know, parking it for a little bit. The Lexus serves more of a purpose than just being the Mustang's replacement for a daily driver and being a winter beater. There's a lot more to it that I'll explain in future videos.